get starved out. But speaking of that, we're going to find out more in the second game of the series, as we'll see Axis Esports trying to snatch up a total of 3 points, or can Candy come back, make sure that they get at least one more point on the table and hit themselves into game 3.
Yeah, and we can see that the lane assignments are very obvious here. Oh, Lasset already going in for a big chunk out of Norse. He already has to pop the rejuvenation as quickly as possible. Oh, one more hit until he goes down, and yes, he does. Evil X, and people tell me, oh, Grok's power of nature. Ooh, it's been nerfed so hard. No, it deals a lot of damage.
Well, it doesn't really matter with the nerf, because that sort of a nerf gave him a little bit of balance with 100 more damage output right out there. It's only about to cool down, so does it even really matter if it's just a couple of seconds left? And now, speaking of Evil X, they're getting Tom stuck by the corners of the wall. And one more kill going in the hands of Axis.
Yeah, and Axis, they've got a really early centric composition. Lung, Lasset, both so strong at level 1. Not to mention when you have Scott, Evil X, like, okay, sure, Rin, not the most dominant. It's not like a Lilia, but she can sustain through everything. Lunok's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then she could just freely roam, and look at that redemption code right up there. Of course, the juicy as it gets, and we're seeing one tower for the side of Axis Esports. But looking at Toms, he's trying to stop this, but this is way too much for him to handle.
Yeah, it's just so much pressure, so much early game damage from the side of Axis Esports. They're just not letting them play the game, and Candy come back, they're like, okay, we need to make something happen. They quickly steal the buff from Axis Esports' side, and I think he just got spotted out there by the Cho. They know that he's in the top side. If they force a fight, they might actually win this, but it looks like they're just going to completely avoid it.
Yes, indeed. And we're seeing Axis Esports first getting this sort of a huge 3-kill lead, but from the side of CC, they're already locking their eyes upon that turtle, and could they possibly even steal this on the way coming in? Oh my goodness me! Now they're committing to this fight.
Yep, and they want to keep on going. The rejuvenation already popped. Rin trying to make it happen. The Chaos Assault, but again, Terizla is taking quite a bit of damage. The body of the Smith a little too strong. Lasset gets away to the dragon, instantly kills that Gushon, but Terizla takes out Rin.
Now Scott as well as Rin finally received their first step of the game, and now Norse will be caught out as well. Lasset will seal the kill, and now it's down to that 1v1 between Toms as well as Lasset. Now, of course, they're both pretty much having pretty great chunks of health left, and there's no point committing towards the Kufar as well. But wow, let's have a look into towards the team fight Bottom River once again, as we see the first couple of kills, of course, headed towards the side of CC. But look at this go. Like, with the dragon as well as the Grok just running at you with the wall charge, there's no escape whatsoever. Yeah, and Axis was doing great.
And just look here, the lower you get to Rizla, if he lands that revenge strike, it's going to deal so much more because it does missing percent health damage. So he's basically going to execute you in a sense. He just walks away, lets the Grok die, trades the kills over. Terizla is doing so good so far, but is that going to be enough for Candy Comeback to really gain a lead here?
Well, I feel like at least he's doing his best, but if it's enough, I would say that it's not really sufficient for the time being, because there's only a couple of that sort of small leads for them. While we're looking at the gold graph, it's already telling us that Axis Esports, they're already snowballing and getting their first items up, and Norse, of course, you speak of the Terizla and Evil X, just showing off for a little bit, as long as well as Lasset tries to finish out the kill, and yep, they're just getting turned around.
Yeah, I don't think Norse, even though he should be clearing waves, he shouldn't be doing something so reckless like this. He could have easily walked back to his turn, but I think he tried to cut the wave a little too greedily, and now is going to get punished. Bouncing ball. Conan is actually going to be able to walk away, but again, ooh, the bouncing ball isn't going to be enough to protect him. Bister taking quite a bit of damage. Lasset needs one more hit. He needs one more hit, but Bister, he's going to get his ability back up. Oh, misses the sword spike.
Well, I felt like the Gushon definitely would be able to turn it around, but Mr. tries not to risk it, and if he ever falls back to his turret range, there's also Evil X right across the Axis Esports, putting their forces into its mid lane, trying to break it all the way open. So all the tier 1s are already off the table, and Axis Esports here looking for that turtle, and in the span of less than 5 minutes, we're seeing Axis ramp things up, and they're getting that 5,000 gold lead right after securing the turtle.
Yeah, I mean, Axis Esports is running one as a 4-1 kill comp. Norris is in trouble, gets locked down by the wild charge, but he's trying to make it out. Rejuvenation isn't going to be enough. Tobbs is going to be the next one going down. He's trying to heal back up. He pops his own rejuvenation. Is it going to be enough? He's able to make it. Bistler gets the back line. He kills the Valir already with an instant 1-2 punch. Shadow Blade Slaughter into combo. Oh, ton MVP. One more hit. He survives a little bit more. Bistler's taking a lot of damage from the darkening, but is that going to be enough? Tobbs bouncing ball allows him to pick up the block. Hung quickly cleans it all up, and a nice team wipe there.
Oh my, that definitely was a team wipe, but of course Norris spawns up a little bit later. Now let's have a look at our U-Mobile replay here as we see all these members of CC. They were just dancing around the tower, and even though they had the chance to run away, they opt not to do so. They recommitted to the fight, so this one's definitely on them, where we felt like, you know, like they were already running towards the lower side, and Bister, from that perfect health, he just falls flat, and that's the power of the Lunox when you give Rid 5 kills in the back.
Yeah, and once he gets it, ooh, penalty zone already used on the Norris. Oh, big catch here! Great time right into penalty zone! This is huge! They try to turn this around, but they don't have enough damage. Oh my goodness, this would have been different. Oh, here he comes. Conan's trying to make it through. Aldius, he tries to bomb. He pops his shield. Is he going to get that last hit? No, he does not. Does not have vision. Goes down instantaneously and disrupted time and time again. Another team bomb going in from Axis. Great engage coming from CANDYCOMEBACK, but the lead is just too large. There's too much of a gold gap onto Axis Esports, and there's so many items, their stats, it's just too much.
Unnecessary fights after another, and this is definitely a full commitment, and CC slowly falling off. And I felt like even for them to actually commit to Rin was definitely a mistake, because she still had the Order of Brilliance up, so easily she could just pop it and make sure that she's well and safe, and now Lung will be able to secure that third turtle of the game. Axis Esports now having too huge of a lead, and I don't think that they'll be throwing this game anytime soon.
I would tend to disagree. I think that was like a really good engagement. They had all the abilities land on the right targets. They just didn't have the items or the damage to kind of follow up. Maybe if they did this when the gold was a little bit even, it would have been better.
Whoa.
Oh no.
That's a little bit hard to watch, of course, and we're already seeing the penalty zone being used up from the side of members of CANDYCOMEBACK, and now Axis Esports will be breaking the doors wide open once again over in the mid lane, but it still stands for the current time being. Monster kill for the Bruno. Then Ton MVP will fall for that double in the hands of Lung. And now one more Way of the Dragon over onto Norris, and this will be legendary for Rin as they break down the bomb side. And yep, back to that sort of fight. It was beautiful, but they did not have all these members to actually follow up. And speaking of that, that's almost a great Tyrant's Rage to push them all the way back. But Axis Esports were too tough to bring down. And Conan is running for his life, is trying to escape. Only one tick of health left, and he does walk it out alive, but not so fortunate for the Gushin as Axis Esports tries to close things off with a bang. And Axis Esports